A new study from the Brookings Institute looked at how income correlates with life expectancy. And shocking to no one, they found out that poverty is a killer. But what actually may be shocking is just how big of a killer it is. We knew it was bad. We knew you'd die younger, but the extent to which it happens is kind of disturbing. So by the age of 55 years old, the average American man in the richest 10% of the country can expect to live another 35 years. But the average man in the poorest 10% only has about 24 years left. So we're talking about an 11-year difference. Okay, that's a gigantic gap. So take a look at the chart here. For everybody listening on the radio, it says, how much longer will a 55-year-old man live? Average additional life expectancy at age 55 by mid-career income, and it lays it out for you. So the richest, what's crazy about the way that this chart is laid out is how the correlation is almost perfect. The richer you are, the longer you live, period. So the richest 10% live the longest. Then you have the 81 to 90%, they still live long, but not as long as the richest. 71 to 80%, they live a little less. 61 to 70%, a little less. 51 to 60%, a little less. And down the income line. So there's a direct link between how much money you make and how long you live. Now look at the chart for the women. Exact same thing. You see the exact same trend. Now women on average live a little bit longer than men do, but you still see that the richer they are, the longer they live. Again, the correlation is almost perfect. So they also say, quote, economic insecurity has a long list of negative effects on physical and mental health. People living in poverty are less likely to have access to quality food and clean air, and they're more likely to struggle to afford the medical care they need. And on top of that, how's this? In 2009, the British Medical Journal published a study that revealed in the United States, our high level of income inequality corresponds with 883,914 unnecessary deaths each year. The report concluded that if we had an income distribution more like that of the Netherlands, Germany, France, Switzerland, or 11 other wealthy countries, every year about 1 in 3 deaths in the U.S. could be avoided. Think about that. If we had lower levels of income inequality, more comparable to the Netherlands, Germany, France, or Switzerland, 1 in 3 deaths every year could be avoided in the U.S. That's unbelievable. To put that into perspective for you, according to the Centers for Disease Control, tobacco, including secondhand smoke, causes approximately 480,000 deaths every year. That's less than poverty. And in 2010, traffic accidents kill 33,687 people. Poverty kills way more. And gunshot wounds and that kill people, 31,672. Again, way more for poverty. So it really is, when you crunch all the data together, what you find out is that the inevitable conclusion is that poverty kills, and it's the biggest killer.